Since 1960, Notre Dame USC, as we know it, has been a constant in college football. The Trojans trek to South Bend in mid-October. The Irish make their way to Los Angeles in late November. It's the greatest intersectional rivalry in the game, but now it's no longer certain. Questions about scheduling, location, and necessity have clouded the future of this 99-year tradition. The stakes on campus this weekend, though, are abundantly clear. For the first time in 8 years, the Golden Domers and the Men of Troy meet with both sides still in play for a national championship. This is Notre Dame USC. This is a game with the power to define a season, a legacy, a future. This is Shamrock Sports. And we welcome you back to Shamrock Sports right here on Notre Dame Television, previewing a top 20 matchup between Notre Dame and USC tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, inside Notre Dame Stadium. And an excellent matchup between the USC offense and Notre Dame defensively. And Kian, when we talk about what the Trojans bring to the table, you want to get right into Jaden Mayava and this high-flying USC offensive unit. So glad to be with you on this second Friday of September. Huge weekend on campus as number 16 Texas A&M rolls into town to take on the 8th-ranked Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. And this is a massive contest like we just outlined very early on in the season. Notre Dame 0-1 with the 3-point loss on the road at Miami in week 1 and now likely needing to win out. So Molly, I'll start with you. In your eyes, why is this game so important for the Irish, and what does it mean for the rest of the season? You just heard the broadcaster's perspective. How about the telestrator perspective now, as we're glad to be joined now by our expert Ethan Laszlo to break down some Notre Dame film from recent weeks. Ethan, let's start with the Irish offense. They've made the seemingly easy quite difficult. These short yardage 3rd and 4th down situations, time and time again, Notre Dame has struggled to convert. We start with this 4th and goal against Boise State. And it starts last night. Notre Dame women's basketball at home. Top 10 matchup in the ACC-SEC Challenge against Texas. Notre Dame ranked 10th in the country. Texas ranked 4th. Let's take a look back at the highlights. This was a loaded contest between the Longhorns and the Fighting Irish. First meeting since 1997, 3rd overall. Pick it up 30 seconds into the first quarter. Texas gets started with their hot 3-point shooter, Shea Holley, who broke the Longhorns' record for career games played last night. Notre Dame answers 2 minutes later with the superstar sophomore Hannah Hidalgo hitting the 3. Then Sonia Citron on another setup from Olivia Miles ties it back up at 8-8. The story of the first quarter was Texas going out in front, Notre Dame staying in it, clawing back. Here the Irish would take a 12-10 lead with 3.5 minutes to go as Sonia Citron finished a nice dish from Hannah Hidalgo. She's happy about that, but here comes Texas again, and it's Holley again with her second 3, this one from the right corner. Texas goes up by 2 and then up by 6, 22-16 toward the end of the first quarter as Madison Booker nails the trifecta. But with 8 seconds left, you know where the basketball is going. Hannah Hidalgo, make a play. What do you got? 4 seconds, drives down, gets the left wing, throws the prayer of a 3-pointer and splashes it down to end the first quarter. Notre Dame within 3 points, and Hannah Hidalgo's looking at that hand, might be on fire. Olivia Miles, same spot, tie game, 20 seconds into quarter number 2. All even at 22 apiece. And then look at this play from Hidalgo to Miles. Whoop, right over the head, back to the basket, right in the bread basket of Miles, and she lays it home. An unbelievable play by this star-studded Notre Dame backcourt, and they share an embrace at the end of it, putting the Irish on a 10-0 run, up 4 points. But Texas stays in it in the second quarter as Holley hits another 3, and then a second one consecutively, her 4th of the first half. 14 points on the night for Holley, and then Madison Booker pulls Texas back within 3 at 35-32. Final 5 minutes of the first half. Notre Dame would lead 39-34 at the break. Moving to 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Sonia Citron connects on the 3. Olivia Miles didn't even need to watch it. Running back defensively, knowing she'd make it. And then it's Miles from the corner, back-to-back triples, and Notre Dame leads by 7. Texas, however, with Kate Koval, the Irish center, in foul trouble, gets back in it. Kyla Oldacre, the Miami transfer, with back-to-back buckets on the inside. And then Madison Booker, the 20-point scorer, game high for Texas on the Longhorn side, ties it at 55 all. But there's Koval using the bank in the fourth quarter. Notre Dame up by 2. Texas responds, however, with the 3-pointer by Layla Filia. Bench fired up, Longhorns ahead by 1, first lead since the first quarter. But back and forth they go. Leah King, who double-doubled last night, puts Notre Dame in front. And then Hannah Hidalgo out to Sonia Citron. Chance for her to ice it with 40 seconds left. Can't hit to put Notre Dame up 5. And here comes Texas the other way. Final 10 seconds. Rory Harmon returning from a torn ACL last year with a huge jump shot. The shot of the year for Texas so far. And we're tied at 66. 7.7 to go. Notre Dame a chance to take the lead, maybe win it. Olivia Miles, can she do what she did against Louisville 2 years ago? Yes, laying it in. Notre Dame up 2 seconds left. They forced the turnover. Looks like the Irish are going to win, but wait. A foul called against Leah King. That's the 5th of the quarter against Notre Dame. Hannah Hidalgo can't believe it. So Texas is going to go shoot free throws. There's another look at it. That bump on the flyby by King called a foul, and it's Harmon back to the free throw line, hitting the first and then the second. Clutch performance down the stretch from Harmon. Tied at 68. One last look for Hidalgo to win it from 3. Nowhere near the rim. Into overtime it goes. Texas would feed Oldacre to start just 15 seconds in. Longhorns up 2. But then here come the Irish. Hidalgo the three-pointer, finishing off her 30-point night to lead the game and put Notre Dame up a trio. On the next possession for the Irish, Miles out to Citron, back-to-back three-pointers, and the Irish go up by 6 in the final 2.5. Then Texas misses 3 three-pointers in a row, down by 6 points. Notre Dame closes the game on a 12-0 run in overtime. The fans love it. They're throwing up the horns down. Here's how the end of the game sounded on WVFI.
And welcome back. It's the Zolms and Monteith's Best One Tire and Auto Care pregame show as we continue to get you set for game number 5 of the series between your South Bend Cubs and the Quad Cities River Bandits, the High A Midwest League affiliate of the Kansas City Royals. The Cubs looking for their second win of the week and their first victory of August. After Thursday, it was a 5-1 win for the Cubs. 5-3 loss, however, last night, despite a little bit of a rally there. 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning. We saw Edgar Alvarez extend his on-base streak to 23 games now for the season. That is the longest by a South Bend Cub here in 2025. Also the longest active on-base streak in all of high A-level baseball. So keep your eye on Edgar. He's in the cleanup spot tonight for your South Bend Cubs. The bullpen was very good yesterday as well. Grayson Moore, who we just talked to, with 2 scoreless innings. And then Kenji Perez, boy, wasn't he razzle-dazzle out of that 9th inning for South Bend. Struck out the side and had some pizzazz coming off the mound, too, to keep the Cubs within 2 runs late in that ballgame. And now South Bend has the lowest earned run average as an overall pitching staff in all of minor league and major league baseball since July 3rd. You go back a month, and South Bend has the lowest ERA in all of minor league baseball, all of affiliated baseball. Pretty impressive stuff from this pitching staff as of lately. 2.4, that ERA. And they're giving the ball tonight to his starting pitcher who has been fantastic so far in his South Bend career. Evan Oschenbeck, 2.97 ERA since joining the Cubs as he makes his 13th start of the season, 11th with South Bend here this evening. And get this, among all South Bend Cubs going back to 2015 that have made at least 10 starts with this team in a South Bend uniform, Oschenbeck has the 3rd lowest ERA with that 2.97 marker. So looking for him to keep up the good work here tonight and hopefully get the Cubs back in that win column as it is Spin to Win Saturday. The Superstars will be here making some fun appearances all throughout the ballgame between innings and during some pitching changes. Hope you got here early enough to grab that drawstring bag giveaway that we handed out to each of the first 1,000 fans through the gates. And be sure to come back tomorrow, perhaps even a little bit earlier. Noon gate open time, 2:05 p.m. first pitch, as we are giving away a Matt Shaw bobblehead of the first 1,000 fans. It is our second bobblehead giveaway in the past month of a former South Bend Cub and current Chicago Cub, as Matt Shaw is the third baseman every day at Wrigley Field right now. He was a South Bend Cub back in 2023, playing all over the left side of the infield with a little bit of second base as well. It'll also be Sunday Funday as always, so an opportunity for you and perhaps some members of the family to get some autographs on the concourse, first base, third base side of your favorite South Bend Cubs, and play some catch down on the field in shallow right. That'll all take place about an hour and a half to an hour before 02:05 first pitch time. It'll also be our second Los Cabritos Maldichos day of the season, so the South Bend Cubs will be honoring and celebrating Latin culture by wearing some specialty jerseys to close out the series. For now, it's Game 5 of the week. Cubs and River Bandits about half an hour away. This has been the Zolms and Monteith's Best One Tire and Auto Care pregame show. I'm Tyler Reedy. Enjoy the ball game and go Cubs.